Have you wasted your life seeking freedom? Seeking spiritual enlightenment? Yes and no. Yes, in that if we were talking about the direct path to freedom, the search must end now. No, in that you're not really going to call off the search now unless you've already exhausted your dream of future fulfillment. So yes, freedom is now and will only ever be available now. However, the degree to which that statement feels liberating is the degree to which you've reached a point of spiritual exhaustion in your life. If it still feels like the next moment might hold something more special than this moment, then me telling you that freedom is this moment isn't going to mean a whole lot. As long as the seed of future fulfillment is still there in your mind, no amount of present moment awareness or mindfulness is going to be enough to shift your consciousness into awakening, into abandoning the future altogether.
If I'm honest, I do feel that at some point things will get better than how they currently are. How do I remove this belief? Just being aware of it doesn't seem to be enough to drop it.
Well, a seed will die unless it's placed in fertile soil. The seed of future fulfillment remains in your mind only because it's being given the right conditions to grow in.
What are these conditions?
Every circumstance you use to justify leaving the present. But mainly, it's the unwillingness to remain with the feeling of incompleteness. The unwillingness to be alone. The unwillingness to let your guard down and stop protecting yourself from life. Essentially, the unwillingness to trust life completely. Without total trust, after all, there's no such thing as total freedom. Without total trust, future fulfillment is the only alternative.
What does leaving the present have to do with the feeling of incompleteness?
Way back when, before you adopted the personality as a means of coping with life, you were just a conscious void, pure consciousness that intrinsically knew that its home was the eternal present. Being a void was not a problem until your mind developed to such a point that it determined that being something was better than being nothing. That being somebody was better than being nobody. In fact, it was determined that being nobody, the truth, was not only undesirable, but wrong. So naturally, when you arrive at the conclusion that who you are is wrong, then consciously running away from home, the present, is really the only option left. If you didn't run away, you'd be forced to face the horrid truth that who you are is unacceptable and shouldn't even be here. Talk about a shitty deal.
How would sitting with the feeling of incompleteness make staying in the present moment easier? Wouldn't it become intolerable?
Only for as long as you try to overcome it. So long as you try to overcome it, you're agreeing with the story that claims it's real. After all, if it weren't real, why would there be anything to overcome? Only once you finally stop trying to overcome, cope, manage, or deal with the experience of incompleteness, the story that was supporting it will collapse. And all you'll be left with is silence. And perhaps a sore stomach. Then once the body is consistently released from the contraction of incompleteness, remaining in the present will become not only easier, but actually enjoyable again. Whether human beings are aware of it or not, everyone is trying to return to their original state of innocence, to that conscious void that was prior to the belief that something is better than nothing. Nothing is better than nothing. Nothing is better than being the wind in the trees, the birds singing, the cars passing by, the ocean tide, the cereal aisle in the grocery store, the sunrise and the sunset. Every human being you encounter. You get the idea. When you're something, you can't be any of that. You feel disconnected from the whole because you're reduced to a continuously failed attempt of achieving permanent somethingness, permanent somebodyness. Your wound is what keeps you alive, keeps the search going. While the wound of incompleteness sounds like a terrible story, it's nevertheless what keeps you going, what gives your life meaning and purpose.
Are you saying that incompleteness is the only thing that gives life meaning? That sounds pretty depressing.
Screw meaning. When you look at a cherry blossom tree and smell its intoxicating fragrance in the early spring, do you ask, what's your meaning? What's your purpose? Of course not. The experience of it is enough. Being a witness to its presence is enough. Meaning is only for those whose lives feel meaningless. Stop searching for meaning, and you will be the meaning. Hey, my friend. Be the first to access my upcoming Awakened Origins series, where I'll focus on the 3 core aspects of the mind that formed in early childhood, which continuously fuel the search for freedom. You'll also be able to download the free Daily Origins worksheet that goes with it. Just type Origins in the comments below, and I'll send you the link.